First of all, we're obviously very pleased and excited about being offered an invitation to the Beef O Brady Bowl, and uh, I know our players are looking forward to it. It's something that wasn't automatic. We had to wait and see how it all played out. I think the fact that as a program we've accomplished quite a bit. This will be the fifth bowl game in a row, won the last two. I think that does say something to the bowl organizations, and when it comes time to selecting, that probably enters into it some. I think that when you look at our fan base and you look at the fact that on national TV, when we are in bowl games, that we're either rated 1 or 2 in terms of viewerships in the MAC, and whether that entered into it or not, I don't know, but I would presume that those are the kind of things that to some degree are looked at. This gives our seniors another chance to continue to set records, as they do almost every time they set on the field now. Obviously, the opponent in East Carolina will be a huge undertaking for us. They're an outstanding program, 9-3 this year against excellent competition, and they're big and they're strong. I've had a chance to view here some of their offensive and defensive plans and work that they've accomplished this past year. They're a big physical defensive front, operate out of both a 3- and a 4-man front. Their interior guys got excellent size, excellent strength. They're very physical across the board defensively. Offensively, they have both an excellent running attack and throwing attack. If you just look at their statistics, throwing and running-wise, you'll see that it's not a deal where you just need to stop one phase of the game. So a lot of challenges for us. We're looking forward to it and excited about it. Yeah, I don't know if pressure is going to enter into it for me to play well. Playing well is part of what I want to do. It's part of my makeup. I would like to think it's part of our team's makeup, and so we'll obviously prepare to play a great football game. We'd like to end the season by playing our best football, and it may take that in order to get this win. Well, the seniors and juniors have got a great deal of experience with bowls now, and you're right. There's some ups and downs. Unless you go through a season undefeated, there's some ups and there's some downs in a season, and it's how you respond to those determines what you're like as you finish your season out and as you go into a bowl game. And so, we prepared really well last year. We were excited about the game as we are this year. We'll prepare very well for this one. We have talent. We expect that talent will play up to its level. Well, I've not, to this point, been able to study them the way I will get into it here, but did get a chance to look at some film on them, and they've got a great combination of things. You don't have great passing stats without having a quarterback that's a poised quarterback, an excellent thrower, is knowledgeable about the game and reads things well, and then you got to have receivers to throw to if you're going to have the kind of stats that they've got. Plus, you usually don't get to their numbers by not being able to protect your thrower, and they'll split a lot of people out. They'll it's not a situation where you're going to be seeing a tight end or 2 tight ends or 3 tight ends in the game, and so they're splitting people out a lot, and that enables them to get the ball to their receivers, guys that are playmakers, guys that can break plays. Then along with that, when you spread people out, you can generally piece together usually a pretty good running game, and they've done that. I think their leading running back is something like 995 yards this season, if I'm not mistaken there, averaging above 4.5, I guess, in terms of his average per carry, which, speaks highly of their running game. Just looking at them, they have, talent. they're big and they're physical on both sides of the ball. And so it's a real busy time for our players, and trying to structure practice is almost impossible because of how their schedules are with finals, and having players there to have the kind of practice you need to have. And so what we'll do is we'll continue to condition some by running some this week. We'll also lift some this week, but not have any structured practice until Friday. In saying structured, the weightlifting and the running will be structured. They'll have different times during the day that they can come in to try to make it work for them in terms of running and lifting. And then on Friday, almost all exams seem to be wrapped up. And if we do miss someone in the afternoon on Friday, it'll be maybe one or two guys, and that will not be a heavy practice. It'll be getting out there, getting some throwing in, some running of plays, defensive coverages, some 7-on-7, that type of a workout. And then we'll go Saturday in full pads, and then we'll have 5 practices in the middle of the week. We will take a day off. This is pretty much structured around how we practiced for last year's bowl game in terms of the total number of practices that we'll be able to get in and the length of practices that we have. I think we travel on the 20th. I've been involved in a number of bowl games, and trying to hold a practice on the day you travel is generally difficult. I lean towards not doing that. We could then have a practice the day after we arrive, and then obviously the game's starting to get upon you then. So we'll have enough practices if we put together a good game plan and work at it. We'll have enough practices in to play well. The practices outdoors remains to be seen how that will all play out. But and as far as the weather goes, but we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to get outdoors and practice. The game there will be indoors in Florida, and so we're expecting good weather. And but practicing, in these conditions is just something that we're accustomed to. We'll need to practice well. Eventually the indoor facility will come into play for teams here, but that's not the case this year.
It's awesome. It means a lot, and especially for the senior class to be here all 5 years and have a chance to go to a bowl game every single year. It's awesome, and hopefully we can win 3 straight for this university.
It was awesome. Finding out, but the waiting period was pretty tight, or we were pretty anxious, and we were just waiting around trying to get a hold of people, trying to figure out what was going to happen. And when we got the text, we were just all relieved and ecstatic that we get another chance to play. I mean, they're a great team, and yeah, we've seen them before and watched them, and they've got some great wins this year, and just excited to play a team like that. And but again, they're really good.
Yeah, historically they're a great program, and obviously anybody that makes it in the postseason is going to be good, and we're just excited for the opportunity to play a team like them. I haven't got a chance. I don't think anybody's really got a chance to watch them on film, but having 9 wins and a team that throws it around and plays in the Conference USA, is going to be a tough challenge, but we're looking forward to it, and excited for the opportunity.
It's going to be good to get another shot. We've had some up and downs this season, but it feels like kind of like a fresh start and way to just end it the way we want to. And I think that's the way we need to approach it, is just start fresh and finish this season out right.
Like I said earlier, I haven't seen much on them, but hopefully we'll have a chance to score a lot of points and see what happens. So we've done a good job the past couple of years of putting a good game plan together and executing and having a good showing. So
the way we ended the regular season was a little boost in confidence. We got some stuff going, and hopefully that can just carry over, and we can keep that rolling.